Yo, what up? What the dealio? Khalil, sup? You're working tonight. All right. Bet. You want to work? You work. Work it, girl. Do a twirl. Sorry. Damn, I got 5 watching on X. Is fucking Ness live right now? Probably is. His bitch ass. With his bitch ass. What we got going on, people? Who's up in this piece? Who's up in this piece? Ain't nobody? Well, if nobody's talking, I can't engage. If I can't engage, we can't have a show. We can't have a show. Go the fuck to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, what up? What up, what up, what up? What's going on? What is going on? How we doing? Who else we got up in here? Nobody. Ain't nobody. I'm waiting, my man Johnny might join. Johnny might join. No, the boxing voice is not live. Okay. Boxing has taken such a hit. So I've been invited to I don't know, man. We're gonna roll around. I've been invited to for the Serrano thing, and then also I'm invited to do something for DAZN. I don't know, I guess I'll go. I don't really know who's gonna be there, but there's a thing in Madison Square Garden for the Zone for the Rying fight, some promotion thing on the 30th, which I'll probably go to. How'd you know that? Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to do that. Yes. Why? How'd you know that? Did I mention it? I got no choice. But we have some other things we're doing. So, what's up, Yayin? Yayin. Yayin's a lion. Yeah. No, but okay, maybe I did. But what made you say that right now? I don't know. Seemed like something. Yeah. No, I am. I'm hard body trying to do it for real. Got to. There's something else I'm gonna try to take over if once I get rid of it, I have a little bit of a game plan. Along with building this career. But yeah, we got some moves we're gonna try and make, but we'll see. First things first, which is try to unload the shit. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Yayin. I hate to break it to you, Yayin, but Yayin is not spelled that way. In nobody, it'd be maybe Yayan, but not Yayin. Yayin would be what? Yen. Like, that's Yayan. So, I'm not sure. But another thing too, these fucking gloves, they might not even this glove, excuse me, might not even go. We need what do we need? Okay, if we get 10 to 15 more, it'll be good. Which is possible. Some nights when you guys get going, there'll be like 10, 15 bought in one night. So it's possible. But I was hoping to unload this shit by this weekend. Tomorrow's already Thursday. How the fuck? I'm just saying phonetically. Hooked on phonics didn't work for you. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Phonetically, this shit don't work. Matter of fact, we might get you to, you might have to call in and just pronounce it one last time. Slowly, phonetically pronounce the shit one last time so everybody understands what the hell's going on. You know, it's a crazy story on why I spell my name like that. And it calls back to how I told you to say it correctly. Okay, well, you know, maybe you should come on and tell the story. Maybe that's what should happen. Stop fucking around. Javon, what up? Yeah, how'd you know about that? What you mean the culture? You mean for the fight itself? Well, on the 30th, I'm going to be there. They just invited me as media, which makes me think they're going to approve me for the fight because they just invited me to go to some media thing at, I won't say where it is in case I'm not supposed to, but at it's a exclusive media reception next week. Join Eddie Hearn and De La Hoya at this media reception. It's at some place. Perfect place in the somewhere, please. Yeah, so I'll be at that, and then they approved me for that. I mean, it's looking good for the actual fight, right? What's up, Mo? When I was 3-4, I asked my pops how to spell my own name. He said, you can spell it how you want. So I said, lion sounds like Yayan. So that's why I spell it like that. Well, now you're fucking up everybody. And you're desecrating the English language. So hope you're proud of yourself. I spoke to your assistant, Javon. Nice. I'm debating on going because for us with no actual tickets, it's kind of... Come, man. Come to, it's my city, Javon. I got you. I got you. Maybe you and me can grab our Dominican friend, right? Bring him around the fucking alleyway. You hold him, and I will beat the shit out of him like a piñata. Then we'll switch up, and I'll hold him. And then you just pound his ass out like Jenna Jameson on set. Then we walk off like nothing happened. It's just an idea, but he won't be there, so it wouldn't work. Just kidding. Sort of. That's sick. Marco, you got to give us a recap breakdown after. I mean, I think it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's an exclusive media event, but I'm not really sure who's going to be there. Probably the fighters, I would guess, but I'm there. But it's at like a bar. It's a sports bar. It's a promotion with Corona, they're saying. So, Turk, what up, blood? What's up, host and chat? Are you the same guy in the videos a few years back with Charlie Z? In the video, you mean when me and Shannon Briggs talked to Charlie Z live on Instagram Live? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't do any videos with him. You're talking about when me and Shannon, who's my man, talked to him. If that's what you're talking about, yes. I talked to Charlie a couple times. Let's get in the gloves for that WBC in the background. Oh, you want the WBC? I'm going to do that next. But first, we got to do the gloves. 15 more raffles. As all you guys know, $10 this Cash App. Let me get it out. $10 to this Cash App or this PayPal address with your name. And then next, I'm going to get a full-size WBC belt. I have a sponsor who's going to do that. Of course, you know what he would say. But am I wrong? But it's only 500. That's what they're saying. 300 seats. In terms of standing, I don't know. Yeah, that was me. Dad, you remember that? Yeah, Charlie's a wild boy. He liked me for some reason. Like, he was cool with me. I didn't mind him. Like, I never had any problems with him, but he's obviously a nut job. Lennox or Johnny Gilbani. What? Hey, man, all I did was try to show that guy some love. The alleyway seems to be a destination. I got you. Let's do it. What's up, Mark? What's up, Jay? JD. Oh, man. Well, tell that punk-ass Newark punk to give me a call back, and then we can make it happen. At 135, Oscar beats Floyd. I'll be honest with you. there is a possibility that would happen. I'd still have to lean towards Floyd. But Oscar would have given Floyd a lot of problems because of his size and his quickness in jumping in and out. You know what I'm saying? Like Oscar could conceivably jump in and jump out before Floyd could even launch that pull counter. Love your channels. Are you the man? Where you from, Turk? Where you from? Talk to me. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're trying to build this bitch. Trying to build this bitch. Trying to build this bitch like the pyramids in Cairo. That's what we're doing. Tell CJ he's got send 10 more entries and it's all his. I mean, he does. It is his. Floyd was too young at 135. That's Oscar's prime. Oscar, Shane, maybe. At 130, Floyd beats Oscar. Oscar only fought there 2 or 3 times. Yeah, but he was such a monster. Such a monster at that weight because he was just coming in at 150 on fight night. Oh, shit. You're from my neck of the woods. Oh, shit. What part of Brooklyn? What part? No, I don't need your address, obviously. I'm not trying to dox you, as the young kids say, but what part? I'm from Hell's Kitchen originally, but I lived all over Brooklyn. Park Slope, Carroll Gardens, Kensington. All over that bitch. Who you got? I got Eubank, Abdul Rahim. I got Eubank. It's going to be a massive size disadvantage for Conor Benn. I think Eubank is going to be too big, too strong, too experienced. How does Ryan really get a title shot? Erox, that's your king? Those are your kings? So was Floyd. Floyd went, yeah, Floyd was no joke. That's true. I'd love to see that fight. But, you know, Akeem, one thing at a time. You know what I'm saying? Ryan has to get through Rolly, and then he has to get through. People don't realize, I don't know if you heard this, Akeem, but Devin and Ryan got 2 fights coming up. It's already negotiated. They're going to have a triple play no matter what. So now we're looking at 3 more fights for Ryan until he can fight anybody else, which could easily be another year or 2. Boots could lose by then, you know, or Boots could move up to 168. You never know. So it's a little premature. That shit is premature, like a dude's first night on prom. First time on prom night. It's premature like a dude's first time on prom night. I fucked that up, but you know what I'm saying. Did you see that they were saying Ben made Canelo's ex-opponent quit in sparring? Nah. I believe it, though. Ryan knocking out Rolly. Probably. Cold, too. Boots demolishes Ryan, Devin, Tio. I'm with you because of the size, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I know what word you meant. Yeah. Yayin. Yo-ya. Yo-yo. Ryan looking solid and fresh. No drugs, no alcohol. Word up. Mark, what time does the Ben Eubank? It says probably around 5 p.m. Eastern. That's for you and me. For Dirty Jersey and Money Making Manhattan. Right around 5 p.m. Yeah. Bed-Stuy, do or die. All right. Bed-Stuy's changed, man. You probably don't live there anymore because you said I'm from Brooklyn. That shit is gentrified than a motherfucker. It's very different now. Mamoon was in TBV. Well, I thought you said you've never watched it before. Or are you just doing what he said to you now? You're trying to flip the script like an actor. Ryan looks spaced out. I don't think so. I think he looks pretty clear. You ain't from no goddamn Harlem. You're from French Lick. You Hoosier ass Hoosier. This Hoosier ass Hoosier is trying to tell us. You Hoosier ass Hoosier. Marco, no, I'm anti-TBV. You don't gotta be anti. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just, you know, the CEO can be a bit of a jerk sometimes. A little cranky. Cranky is a better way to put it. I always thought Harlem was a borough. Nah, man. Harlem is a neighborhood. So NYC has 5 boroughs. Even though we don't claim Staten Island as such, it is. You got Staten Island, a.k.a. Shaolin, Wu-Tang. Boogie Down Bronx, where hip-hop was birthed, KRS-One. Queens, where hip-hop was also somewhat birthed. Nas, Tribe, MC Shan. So what did I say? Staten, Queens, the Bronx, of course, Brooklyn, and last but not least, where I'm from, money-making Manhattan. Those are the 5 boroughs. But you also got bridge and tunnel dudes, which Ness is a bridge and tunnel dude. For example, you got the surrounding suburbs of New York City, where mostly there's hoods in it, but for the most part, rich people go to live once they come up and get the fuck out the city, or dudes who work in Manhattan but don't want to live in the city. They want to, which is Jersey. Now, there's a lot of hoods in Jersey, but Jersey, Rockland County, not many hoods in Rockland County. Westchester, not many hoods in Westchester. And Long Island. Those are all of the surrounding bridge and tunnel areas where people move out. Did you ever watch the Wu-Tang TV show? Nah. You know what I'm watching now, though? My wife, we just started it. Raising Kanan or whatever, that 50 Cent show. Can you get suspended from popping dirty and have a comeback title fight? What a joke. Okay. Yonkers is part of Westchester, which is a shithole. But Yonkers is one of those kind of like in Newark. Like Newark's a shithole. Most of Jersey surrounding by New York City is nice, but you got a couple shitholes. Yonkers is the same thing. Yeah, Yonkers is a dump. Yonkers is in Westchester. Close to the Bronx border. So is Mount Vernon, which is heavy D. New Rochelle, same shit, right by the border. Brand Nubian. Well, not Brand Nubian, Lord Jamar. I believe Grand Puba's from there. I think so that X is from the Bronx. I mean, from Brooklyn. Look who it is, people.
What's going on, Marco? What's going on, community?
Got a homie from Yonkers. Yes, DMX. DMX is probably the most famous Yonkers rapper of all time, I would say.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What are we talking about? New York City?
I was just breaking down. Yayin thought Harlem was a borough, and I had to break down like that's a there's neighborhood. It is confusing. There's neighborhoods, there's boroughs, then there's bridge and tunnel, which are the surrounding suburbs of New York City. And another suburb. No, I missed one. My fault. I missed a big one where I live now, Connecticut. Greenwich, Connecticut is arguably the closest to New York City you can get, but it's the wealthiest place you can live, and I'll tell you why. One, because it's the closest commute, arguably the closest, but two, the taxes in Connecticut are so much lower. So you're living in Connecticut, but you're paying way, and you could get if you're rich, you go there, you save millions on taxes. So last one's Connecticut. That's another bridge and tunnel town.
I have family. That lived in Connecticut. They lived in West Hartford, which is actually
that's
a nice part of
all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little. I remember them saying it was a little pricey back then, but definitely cheaper than New York City. I mean, New York City taxes is just completely out of control, which is the reason why I left New York City. Oh God, I've been in Florida 4 years. I was in Pennsylvania 7 years. So whatever that is.
Kingston, New York, you're talking about like Beacon? That shit's not as close as that's like an hour away. DMX or Fat Joe? DMX, easy. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I agree.
Johnny, what's good?
What's going on, CEO? What's popping?
Yo, Turk. Here we go. Let me test you from my hood. He's from Brooklyn like you. This dude Turk's from Brooklyn, from Bed-Stuy. Here we go. If you know this, Johnny, don't answer it. What was the Lox' original full name before Puffy decided to change it? Do you know this, Johnny? Don't answer it if you do, but do you? All right, let's see. 10,
I actually don't know it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Nobody knew it. The Warlocks. And Puffy's exact words in their meeting to sign them, he goes, I'm signing you guys, but you're called the Locks now. The war is over. That's what he said. That's kind of some smooth shit. Yeah, it was the Warlocks. Which is like, that's kind of cool. It's on some like Dungeons and Dragons type shit, but
yeah.
Vega.
You
got a signed Mike Tyson glove up for Raffle, Vega, if you want to get down. Now's the time to do it.
Vega, it's past your bedtime, man. What are you doing up, man?
He's probably outside your window. Does he live right by you?
No, he actually lives a couple of hours away from me.
Oh, his is like the gay area.
Yeah,
he's in where the birdcage was filmed.
Where's the Blue Oyster music?
Oh yeah, this is
totally.
This is definitely for Vega.
Nah, man, he lives a couple hours away. I wish we lived closer, man, so we could chug some beers on a Saturday, watch some boxing. Vega's a beer guy.
Got a fucking pounding headache. I think it's this allergies and the weather. It was hot as fuck. I know you're in Florida, but
I was about to say, how's the weather out there in Connecticut?
I mean, I got the same weather as New York City because I'm only 45 minutes away. But yeah, we're about. It's been in the damn near 80. It was 80 yesterday, 85 or something yesterday. Today was, I want to say about 75. Tomorrow is going to be 80.
Good for you guys, man. You guys are getting Florida weather, man. We're up in the high 80s right now, but there's no humidity yet. Yeah. So we haven't hit that crazy Florida summer humidity that's usually in mid-June.
Sorry, my bad. The T-shirt, I'm going to show it. My man Shane, who comes in the community, he bought this for me. He just sent, one day I got it. Can you guys read it?
Yeah. Drago, if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, Shane got me. He texted me. He's like, "Yo, I got something coming for you." And then it was like 5 T-shirts, all super dope, like this. Like the other one says "Marvelous Marvin Hagler." Another one is a Roy Jones shirt. I think he got me another. I don't know. I've been warning me because it's been so fucking cold, but now I'm gonna be able to bust them out.
Yo, what's up, Yayen? What's popping, bro?
See,
what's up to me, man? And you skipped that chat.
I'm upset with him for naming himself something so difficult. I'm not.
Yayen? Nah, I'm finally. Listen, I was practicing last night. After we ended the live, I said I got to get this shit right because he'd be up in my chats too. Yayen. It's easy, Marco. It's very easy if you practice. What's going on, Black Ray?
You ain't from no damn Brooklyn, Jevon. Aren't you a West Coast dude?
Oh shit! What's up, Jevon? What's popping, man?
Johnny think the best fight will be Ryan versus Rolly. The problem is, as much as Rolly focuses, his lack of skills will prevent, right?
I don't think that's the best fight on the card. I like the Tio Barboza fight.
That might be boring, though. He might look.
There's a lot of bad blood there.
So what? If you have no power and you don't engage, doesn't matter how much bad blood you got. Like Barboza has no power and doesn't engage.
I don't know. There's something about this fight that intrigues me. Ryan and Rolly will be interesting for as long as it lasts. I don't expect Ryan and Rolly to last more than 5 rounds. That's just my opinion. I think Ryan knocks him out within 5. That'd be my prediction.
I hope Ryan, for the sake, I hope Ryan and Devin both look. I hope Devin knocks him out too, which is I don't think is going to happen. I think Dev will probably just outbox him. But how dope would that be, setting up their rematch with them both on some I think that'd be so dope. Because what if one looks great and the other one looks like shit, but still wins? Like let's say Devin barely wins a split decision.
Yeah, at that point it doesn't really matter. I think that fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. They just want the victories.
But for us, the anticipation and the excitement would totally diminish, right?
Yeah. Yo, Jevon, you don't run Florida, bro. Stop that shit, bro. Is Jevon even from Brooklyn?
No, he's fucking from California. You hear him talk; it doesn't sound. He's I don't know if he's northern or southern. But he's definitely
from Brooklyn, but run Florida. Nah, you must be talking about me, Jevon.
He's half Mexican, man. That's half Mexican, half black, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I haven't heard Jevon on the boxing voice in a minute.
He rolls with me. Oh shit!
9-7.
Look at this punk.
What up, Low?
Puerto Rican guy from Florida. Damn, he played you. Are you from Sacramento? Sacramento is where? North?
Sacramento.
That's north, right?
Are you a Kings fan?
Is that north? I don't
know
shit about.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about California.
I went to California one time on business. Northern Cal. Up near like Winnipeg and all that shit.
Don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What's up, Low? What's popping? Yo, Low, I'm gonna be up at this event. They're doing this kickoff event Friday at right by Madison Square Garden it's like a media event for Rolly versus Ryan and all that whole card. They invited me, so that's a good. So maybe they will approve me for the actual fight.
Is that an outdoor or
No, they're doing
inside?
it in a
indoor venue?
in a bar, and with us, I think Corona's promoting it, so it's like Corona sponsoring it. They're doing it in a bar.
So it's like a press conference or something like that, or
they said it's a kickoff media event. I mean, I'll read it again. You tell me what this means.
Okay.
Jordan, on behalf of the Zone and Corona Premier, we wanted to invite you, meaning me, to an exclusive media reception next week ahead of the big card. Join in to hear the fight promoters Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya on Friday's marquee fights, so they'll be there, as well as preview what's to come for the FIFA World Cup. Who the fuck cares about that? It all takes place at, I don't want to say it in case it's private. Yeah. So I don't think the fighters will be there, and if they are, they sure as hell didn't, What's up, Jersey Bizob?
Jersey Bob, what up?
Yeah, Northern Cali, it's the capital. That's what I thought. So how come you don't talk like, hey, fool, Mark ass buster? Hey, you tripping, fool? How come you don't talk like that?
Because that's Compton, bro.
Oh. No, Too Short goes, bitch.
I'm going to guess that's the other side of California.
Oh, somebody told me Too Short's not from
LA.
Cali, though. Somebody told me Too Short's from the South, and he moved to Cali. So there goes that. Okay, let's see what our buddy here has to say. Imagine pretending to be straight man while calling yourself Black Ray Donovan. Why are you fucking with Black Ray? What do you do?
Hey, you gotta come in throwing shots.
Yo, Low wants to do a three-way.
Tutti frutti. Tutti frutti.
Yo.
Tutti frutti. Tutti frutti.
Those. The Florida guy don't get down like that, bro.
Jesus, Low.
I don't know how they do it in Philly, but we don't
Philly
get down like that in these parts, bro.
You hit it. That's that Philly shit. Philly is super saucy.
Go Kings.
30 months away from 30 minutes, I assume you meant to say, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. No straight man would.
Vega came out firing, bro.
Yeah, why are you fucking with Donovan? Maybe they know each other. He's from another chat. If you see Turkey, give him your resume. Like hand him a headshot. Please, I'll hold your hand.
It's my resume.
I'll suck your dick. Remember that from what was that from?
Don't be a menace. I think. Yeah.
He'll be like, "What did you say?" And then you cut, and I'm just like coming up and whatever. Yeah, no, that was too much.
Yeah, too much. Slightly.
It was too
much.
That's
LA lingo. That's what Marco was talking.
Oh, it's LA lingo.
6 hours.
Auckland. They say
Oakland.
They say Auckland. Marco, that sounds like a San Fran accent. If you say so.
I think that's Oakland.
Where the fuck do you know? You're a Hoosier.
O-town.
Stick to Hoosier shit. Plus, I'm grown up now, so I used to talk like a hood booger. I've never heard anybody say hood booger except Ness, ever. Now you.
Now G-Mon.
I'm a whole business owner now. What business do you own? I'm about to be a former business owner. Well, not really, sort of. Vega's cool. Yeah, Vega's a man. I don't know any. Whoa. 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 You can't be coming in.
He said the F word.
Oh,
goodness. Black Ray Donovan. Does that sound like a cool guy to you?
Oh, goodness. I'm trying to find the right. Where is it? Damn, I'm trying to find the right. I have too many of these damn soundboards. Where is it?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. He just said the whole F word. See, I don't want to get. I can't find it. Whatever. Let's keep going. Vega, you sure about that? My bad. I forgot about you. Tootie, bring some shame to Turkey. Word up. Where's the fucking... what sucks about this soundboard? I can't look it up. Like, I wish I had a little search so I could type in the one that I want and it'll go right to it. So I got to scroll through all of them.
Don't you have a mixer?
Huh?
Don't you have a mixer?
No. If you find a mixer, you'd see me go. Do is like come over.
And so you have something in you have a software.
It's built. Well, no, it's not separate. It's built into StreamYard. StreamYard has
I didn't know that. How do I get access to that? I use StreamYard.
Look in media assets. There should be a bunch of sound. I think it comes preloaded with some like generic ones, and then you could upload them.
while you're on a live? How do you do that though?
Well, you don't you could upload whenever you want, and then it saves in there, and then you could always just use them.
I gotta get with you offline, man. I'm obviously slow behind the wheel here.
You're somewhat newish.
Yeah.
This is the one I wanted to. This is the one that I wanted to hit when he used the F word.
Y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife.
Remember that one? My second home is Cali. Javon said he don't talk like that anymore. I've never heard him. Yeah, have you? Yeah, I heard him crash out.
Plenty of times, Vega. Plenty of times.
Javon's a good dude. I like Javon. Vega, don't explode. Oh, now I remember who Black Ray Donovan is. Hi, CJ. She's saying hi. Trust me, we joke like this. Okay, cool. I legit forgot who he was because you go by different name in Discord. Shouldn't I start a Discord? I mean, I think I have a Discord for this room, but I don't know if anybody ever goes in it. Johnny learned about wrenches and how the digital sound. I know.
You're right about that, man. Listen, slowly but surely, we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Meldrick Taylor versus Sweet Pea. They were Olympic teammates, my friend. Did you know that, Yayan?
Close friends, actually.
I have a Discord. I have it. But what do I do with it? I literally have it. What do I do? You tell me. Should I give the link? Mo used to put the link in. I got one, Javon.
So why don't you set up to take calls through a Discord?
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either. But I need to learn that so I could do that on my lives.
But I'm telling you guys in here now, I have one. So if I have it, what do you want me to do with it now? What should I do?
Open it up so they can chat on it? I don't know.
Damn, I see 53 people in here, but 28 of them is in X, which is bullshit.
What do you so you're dual streaming on what? YouTube and X?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's saying 28 of them, but X is a fucking cock tease, right? Because X will show you people who just scroll through that aren't actually watching. So it makes you be like, "Oh shit, 28." It's not. It's probably none of them. Like I've only had 2 or 3 people since I've been dual streaming actually message. When they message me, it'll say X on it. Like see how it says YouTube by the icon here?
Right.
It'll have an X by the icon.
So the intention of doing the dual stream is obviously to get more eyes onto your channel to come and subscribe, correct?
Right. Just have people, have people know.
Yeah, because I started dual streaming on Facebook.
I do that too. My Facebook is very weak. Nobody gives a fuck. Instagram would be the best for me because I have but I don't know. I don't like doing Instagram. I don't know why. And I can't interact with them. Instagram one doesn't, if they message you, it won't pop up here with an Instagram icon. That's
right,
separate.
I read that.
Right. So I would have to go. So they'll talk and they'll think I'm ignoring them. I won't even see it. I'm like, fuck it. Answer my fantasy matchup though. Purnell. Even though he's smaller, Purnell all day long. Way too smart. Meldrick had that Philly grit and that Philly heart.
He was a fighter.
But his IQ, especially when shit got heated, he would only go into one gear.
Well, just watch the Chavez fight.
You notice my ex? Yeah, it's popping, but the shit is, none of them talk to me. Like during whatever fight it was, just this weekend I did X. I had like 700 people in X watching, but not only 2 of them talked. So I'm like, how many are really watching? How many of them are just because once they scroll by you, it's a view.
So how do you know that?
Because first off, because I've done this long enough where if I have 30 people, I'm going to get some engagement. If I have 600, it would be nonstop and none of them say shit. So that's just, there's no way nobody would say anything. So that's the main reason. But then I also heard from people who've done it like, oh yeah, that happens because the way they count the views is not actual, So.
No, I'm learning, man.
I was all amped. It was like 7. I went up to might have went up to almost 1,000 people total. And then I was like, looked in, it was like 50 YouTube and the rest was all X. And I'm like, okay.
But do you find that that's resulting into more subscribers or just people that are just no?
I'm not doing shit. It's somebody scrolling by. I'm not even a thought. It's just like, so if somebody scrolls through me on their feed, if they just scroll by, it counts as a view, but they might have not even seen anything. They're just scrolling by.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
But it can't hurt to dual stream it. Like right now, why the fuck is it so low? I'm telling you, boxing has got kicked square in the nuts the last 3 weeks. I look, man, it's been 3 weeks since any of my platforms had normal numbers. I went from almost 10 million, between 5 and 10 million views, even on Instagram, a month. This month, I'm only at 2.5 million. Now, I know that's great for the average person, but for me, that's almost double, almost 2/3 of a drop, because I think boxing has really hit a screeching halt. So hopefully next weekend gets us back in gear.
Well, next weekend is big, man. You got boxing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to do hella shows next week, man. You guys ain't subscribed to the Hangout Spot. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to put the link here, man.
Agreed. Because
I go on before Marco. So I go on, I go off, Marco goes on, we get it popping. This is how you do it, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, if you ever want me to pop on, don't to one of yours. If I'm around, I'm down.
Yeah.
Ben's on the juice. I don't think so, Raw Dog. I think you're just trolling probably, but like, you know how hard it would be if when you pop dirty once to do it again, you're locked in. You know what I mean? It's like the Twin Towers going down was awful, but it was a very smart way that nobody ever thought of, but that's never going to happen again because everybody's looking for it. It's kind of the same thing. Like I'd be shocked. The man Cologne. What up, blood? What's cracking?
What up?
You went from top 10 to not mentioned at all till your bodyguard's Uchi Wally verse better than yours. What the fuck is he talking about?
You guys went back to hip hop.
Nah, he's talking about me, how I went from 10 million to CJ's a smart guy, but he's sometimes too smart for me. Like he's very abstract. So I know what he's talking about. I just don't get the mechanics and the logic behind those bars that he dropped.
By the way, where's Attorney Bailey? Is he in the chat?
I think he was in here earlier.
AB, you in the chat? Well, if you are in the chat, I will be at the gym live on Monday evening. So I will get a chance to see Najee Lopez on Monday evening and Darrell Blasval Sane and Erickson Lubin. So I know he was asking about it. That's why I wanted to let him know.
All right. Cool.
We'll get some footage there. I might do something live, Marco. I don't know. Thinking about it.
Cologne, man. Stay around. Jay-Z. Okay. Open beer bottles off the boy Chip Tooth. Does it make a difference if I watch your whole ad or no? What you mean, MPO? And I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Now that you pop in, you reminded me.
It's called Mempo. He's talking about when the ads play, if you skip by them.
Does it make a difference what?
If you let the entire ad play.
No, I know what you're saying, but does it make a difference in regards to what if you do that?
How much you get paid for ad viewership.
But why would he ask about viewership? We were talking just about me getting views, not getting paid for views. Well, he's maybe asking if it'll register as a view if they skip the ad. Yeah, I think it registers as a view. I believe it does. If that's what you mean.
I thought maybe he was talking about, should I let it play and maybe you get a couple more coins in your pocket.
Well, yeah.
That's what I took it as. Kamempo.
Well, most people can't skip an ad, right? If you hit the skip button. No,
it'll let you play for like 5-10 seconds and then you can skip it if you'd like. If not, you can watch the whole thing. But the shit I hate about that, especially on my live shows, is it may come on, in the middle of a question I'm asking, a fighter or something like that. I don't want them to miss it.
Yeah, but the cool thing is you could always just rewind it, you know what I mean, after it plays and then see the whole thing again. Like just hit rewind. It does hit like 20 seconds.
I put balance ads in mine. Like I don't want to overdo it. Because I do want to make a couple of coins if I can.
I do whatever they suggest. I don't give a fuck. So right now it says like I got 29 and 29 watching, a total of 58, but only 29 in here. And again, let's try this. If there's anybody in X watching right now, just do me a favor. Just send a quick chat saying hello. Let's see if anybody's actually watching, because I don't think there are. A thug changes and love changes, and the best friends become strangers. Yep. Johnny, how many subs you got?
Oh, I just started a year ago. I'm almost 2,000, close to 2,000. Need a couple hundred for 2,000, so help me get to 2,000, man, in a year. We're moving.
Yeah, man. I'm far, like 100,000 is the first real
Milestone.
milestone flagship, and I'm far from that too. So
Hey, listen, man, I'm far from it, but again, I'm happy with the growth that I've made, and like I just started doing boxing content a year and a month ago.
damn,
Yeah, we're growing, man. We're moving. We're moving,
damn.
man.
Why'd you start? What made you start?
Man, I started this as a hobby. I just honestly, I've been living in Florida now 4 years. I don't really know a lot of people out here. My wife had been pushing me for years, like, why don't you start a YouTube channel? Because she watches like not boxing stuff, but she's into like cosmetics and makeup and fashion, and she follows all these different people that do that. And she's like, "Oh, you get into a channel. These people are making money, blah blah blah." I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Finally, one day, I decided to do it because I love to talk sports and boxing, and I bought a cheap microphone and I tried it. I sucked in the beginning, but I was intrigued by it. I was like, "Yo, how do I get better?" And then I went to a live fight, and I met some people
Did you
that had
watch?
credentials.
Were you like did you regularly watch TBV or other boxing channels already at that
Yeah,
time?
like, on and off, on
On
and
and
off.
off.
Like,
Okay.
I'm more of a podcast watcher now than I do podcasting because I'm looking at other people's stuff. I love to watch other interviewers, to kinda get some tips and pointers. But no, man, I decided to do it as a hobby, and I fell in love with it. And now it's my second job. It's my
Dope.
second job.
Yeah, me too. Trying to make it my first. Yo,
Me
Eon,
too. Yep.
you got like brownish hair. So here's my question. Is that genetic or do you like dye it or color it or bleach it or whatever? Like, I'm very curious. You subscribe? See, you got subscribers.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Everybody subscribe, man. We're trying to get to 2,000.
I didn't even
2,000.
realize I had 1,500. That's good. What do you
Mm,
talk about, Khalid? I
hell
don't
yeah,
even,
that's good. I gotta throw you a sub too, man.
I don't think I've ever even looked at her channel. Or maybe I did once, but I don't really remember what she talks about. I don't think it's boxing.
Yeah, what's
Is
your
it like
channel about?
fashion or something, or is it like maybe hair? Like not hair. What do you call it when people do hair? Cosmetology? No,
Mm,
I don't know. Is it something like
hairdresser
that?
or beautician?
Yeah, is that what it was?
Beautician?
Yan. No, it's Yai
It's
Yen.
Yayen. Yayen.
Damn, you brown. You the brown haired playboy. Good for you. Girls be liking that.
Yayen.
Yayan, the girls. Let me ask you a question. Over the years, right? Two questions. In the community of other black people, do you get shit for it? Do they fuck with you, or do they think it's cool? And same thing with the girls over the years. Do the girls like the light hair or not? I feel like it was probably been a positive thing for you, but of course, I don't know. Yayan.
Yayen. Handshake.
Yeah, I almost don't even want to do this X thing because it makes me all like gassed up. Like I'm looking, I'm like, oh, 60 people. It's like, nope. It's
I don't
weird.
really I don't really rock with X like that. I only got a couple of my thing is my YouTube and IG. That's why I put my stories, shorts. If I take pictures with fighters, the links to my live shows, I put them on IG. So,
yeah.
but ultimately, I'm trying to get everybody to come to my channel and subscribe. So I just started live streaming on Facebook, trying to get people there as well because I got I got some people, I got some followers on Facebook. But ultimately, it's all about YouTube, man.
Yep. It is. That's what makes money.
Mhm.
Calisthenics is push-ups, sit-ups, that kind of shit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
I never really did calisthenics. I did sit-ups, but only because I wanted the ladies to check the abs. I wanted to be I was kind of a pretty boy back in
Da,
the day.
da, da, da,
No,
da.
the ladies, the ladies, the ladies. If I would have said the fellas, then we could. So I was really doing it for like what's the word? A superficial reason. But in terms of actual for fighting, I never did that shit. The way I look at it is I would just practice every muscle that I needed to, that I had to, that is used during throwing punches. So how do you do that? Throwing punches, hitting bags, hitting, sparring. So I didn't do it. But that's me. I also wasn't a high level pro, so in the black community, it never was a topic. Maybe my auntie says something. I said, what about the ladies?
So Marco, why did you stop boxing?
Yeah, it was pretty boy until you started getting a convertible. That's fucked up. Wow, that's rude. That's really you insensitive prick. You know what? I hope you wake up tomorrow and your shit is just pieced out. I hope your shit's receded like the economy.
Like the economy.
Why did I stop?
Yeah, why'd you stop boxing?
Well, the real question is why did I always do it sporadically? Because that's really what it was.
So you weren't 100% committed at
No, I
any point.
was, but it wouldn't be. I would be committed, and then I would lose, and then I would stop doing it. Not lose a fight, lose my will to want to be. So I'd be all in 6 months, a year, take 3-4 months, 6 months off. Be all in for a year, maybe 2, take another year off. It was that kind of thing. I didn't always have that fire in me to want to get in there and fucking beat people's ass or get, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's not a natural thing to fight. Yeah, every now and then, but to always be doing it for your body to constantly be in fight or flight mode, it's not natural. It's very draining.
No, that's what's up. It's an honest answer, and I totally get it, man. Being a fighter, I mean, it's not easy. You got to be all in. You got to be all in.
Yes, and for me, it was correlated with when my life was going great or good. When I'm happy, I don't want to box. If I want to go hang out with girls and chill with my friends, you know. But when I was having a rough time, which was a lot of my childhood and my young adult life, when I had a real chip on my shoulder, I was a fucking beast. So, you know, real quick trigger, would get in a lot of fights. So, you know.
No, that's what's up, man. That's an honest answer, man. I get it, man. I'm feeling that, man. Shout out to you.
That's the truth. That's why I hate when people say nobody ever gets scared. Yeah, you do. Or people say, I'm never angry. Boxing. No, you never can be angry. The problem is people have subjective definitions of words. I'm not saying it's controlled anger. You know, you can be angry and not be flipping out. You look at any boxer throwing hard punches, anyone, they're making an angry face. Like nobody's ever like, you know what I'm saying? Or like,
right.
But yet you people argue, no, I don't get angry. I'm like, look, I had a couple times with actual fighters, and I pull up one of their fights, like known fighters, and I pull up a picture. I'm like, this is you punching, right? And they're like, I'm like, does that look like you're not angry? Well, it's okay to be angry. They think it's a weakness. You know, there's this whole thing, you know, people say, oh, you're like a female, you're emotional, like emotions are weakness. And everybody has emotions. Everybody. Some people are way better at either ignoring them subconsciously or just fucking bottling them up. So it's 90% emotional, mental boxing, and mental is tied into emotions.
It's real.
Marco has a real right hand. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. I could punch. And I have video proof of it. I'm not just. It was a puppy. The fuck you talking about? Johnny, you ever sparred or fought?
Yep, I was younger. Yeah,
soda. You answered.
Yeah, I sparred when I was younger, teenager, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we used to spar. Never fought in the amateurs or anything like that, but yeah, I just wasn't. I always loved boxing. I just wasn't really committed to it. But I will be honest. I wish I could do it all over again. If I could do it all over again, I would definitely commit myself because I love boxing. I always have. But throughout those teenage years, 18, 19, hanging out and friends and, my priorities weren't where they needed to be, if that makes sense, right? It was into girls hanging out, a little bit similar to what Marco is talking about. But I've always loved boxing. So I know what it's like to get in there. But again, that was a long time ago, a very, very long time ago. So will I ever do it again? No, I actually contemplated possibly fighting on Border Wars, which is that amateur tournament, but I'm way too old for that, man. I'd get hurt training.
What was the answer when they asked you if you ever did it?
I did. I sparred when I was younger, 14, 13, 14, 15. I did, but I never fought amateurs or I never fought anybody. It's just spar, go to the gym and just spar.
Ooh, Mamoon is looking very closely.
That's Mamoon? He changed his name?
At your physique.
Oh, listen, I appreciate that. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to lose a few pounds. I ain't gonna lie. It's been rough. What kills me is the weekend. I can be disciplined all week. But the weekends, me and the wife, we like to go out, we date, we'll go to dinner, we'll indulge, I'll have a few beers. So that's what kills me the weekend, man.
It's all about portion, man. You can indulge, just chill a little.
I am so undisciplined when it comes like that. When I go out with my wife and I go out and we're one of those, right? Where we eat with our eyes. Well, me, not really her. So if I see something on the menu, right, I was like, oh, I want some wings today, but man, that burger looks good.
You just get both.
I'll get all three of them.
Yeah.
Pick on it. I won't finish either one of them, but we're like, well, we'll just take it home. Meanwhile, 2 days later, we end up throwing it out because I'm not a big leftover guy anyway.
Well,
so that's just me. That has always been me.
CJ seems to think that you are a
real bad man.
I love fighting, man, but I'm too old, man. But I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm trying to work out a little bit, little by little, but it's hard, man. Mixing in the day job with this.
Yayan, what you mean your chance again? Chance to do what? What's he talking about? To fight? You're fucking 21. Are you talking about fighting? Because
is he young?
He's 21, 20, or he might not be 21. He still just might be 20.
I'm jealous.
Mamoon, thank you.
I must have forgot.
Johnny forgot to spray the hairline. That's why the hat's on.
This is nasty.
Is it off?
Let's see. This motherfucker. It looks like you're wearing a kufi made of hair. Damn you. Damn you. You're 21, you know, which Yayan, Yo-Yo, YOLO, Yop, whatever. You're 21. You're good. You could get back in there. Perfect age. Perfect age. You have 10 years until you even come anywhere close to get almost being old from now. It's a long time.
You know what? I was so immature at 21. It was a great age, but I was so immature. I don't even want to be 21. I'd like to be 26, 27. That's when I started to grow up.
Yeah,
and I am not drinking whiskey. This is not whiskey.
Yo, Vi, you have a point. Johnny does look like a DT. Yeah, you do look like a DT.
Like a detective?
Cop, yeah.
A few people used to tell me that back in the days, and I'm like, I don't see it, man.
While you were arresting them, they told you that?
No, I am not an undercover DT.
Okay. That's what you're supposed to say, but okay.
Nope. I'm not a narc.
You do have that look though. You don't act like it, but you have the look.
Well, I don't think I act like it, but I've heard that before.
Yeah, but you have the look a little bit. Yo, Marco.
I've definitely heard that before. I ain't gonna lie.
Kermel, I'll be honest, and I hate saying this because I've interviewed him. I'm cool with him. I don't know. I don't see.
I do.
You think? Yeah, you see it.
There's something there.
No, okay, something there, but like the correlated with the level, the pedestal they're putting him on.
No, there's still more to prove, but there's enough to be able to say from what we saw that it's not far-fetched to believe he can be legit. Yeah.
Eon, what kind of fucking mentality is that? You trust me. You can pick it up. You're a smart guy.
It's Yayen.
I'm calling him Yo-Yo.
What up, Mikhail?
What's up, Mikhail?
What up, player? In Malaya.
I was about to say a defensive tackle. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's football, but why is he talking about that? John, you missed this morning. They said Blue Chew got Shannon Sharp choking. He calls it Blue Chew?
Blue Chew is like, what the hell is that? It's like a Viagra or some shit like that, right?
I got PTSD. Nah, I never got busted, Mamoon. Never got busted, thank God. Never been arrested once. Never gone to jail. Almost arrested a couple times, but never actually been arrested. I would just try and play my whiteness. Like, I'm sorry, sir. I was coming from my private school.
Yo, I heard about Blue Chew, man. I'm not on it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, my shit's, I don't know, man. You'd have to, even if you hit my shit with the clear, still wouldn't work. It's done. I'm kidding. I think.
Mamoon.
So he changed it to.
Why did he change his name to CEO?
Because we were talking.
Oven.
Weren't you in the room that day? We were saying how I got to see Easy Bake Oven one time when I was a kid because I wanted to like bake.
Yeah. That's right. I was in there. Yeah.
So that's why he changed it, kidding around. But then he changed it 2 other times right before, joking around, and then they locked him in it. So now he keep that one for like, I don't know what it is, 3 weeks or something. John, he looks like he could be one of those school janitors with 1,000 keys.
Nasty.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Nah, yo, to be honest with you, manual labor ain't for me, man. I am lazy, man. I don't do any carpentry.
What do you do? What was your job?
I work from home. I work
do?
behind a computer. I manage investigations for a retail company. I've been doing that type of work for years. Like my hands are not, you know, they don't have internal investigations.
Oh, like trying to catch people stealing?
There you go. The narc. That's the narc side of me, probably. That might be the closest to the narc side of me. So yeah, no, physical labor, I couldn't do, man. I'm lazy like that.
I love hearing shit like that. That's a job I never thought would even be a job. Like you learn all kinds of new shit.
Asset protection, loss prevention, undercover work.
For your company.
No, not my company, a retail
company you work for. Is it a big? I know you probably.
Yeah. So I work basically out of the corporate office, but my position is from home.
So you're trying to catch people. Are we talking big time stealing or dudes just
fraud, internal theft, fraud?
Even if it's a little, like taking home some T-shirts or whatever, anything.
Could be anything, but I manage the field that does that, not me.
Okay, and you probably can't say the name of the company, but is it a big company, like a really well-known? Yeah,
it's a well-known company.
Oh, good for you, man.
Well, I've been doing it for so long, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do this full time, which is why I'm putting in the emphasis and the time and the work. So make sure y'all subscribe and come check out my lives, man.
I'm with you too, man. I wish I could do the same. I never. That's one thing. Yo-yo. There's a 4.
Call him Yo-yo.
I'm gonna call him Yo-yo. You can't play with my Yo-yo, Yayan. There's 4 hood credos that me and all my people lived by growing up, right? So why I'm first one, you said ratting. Never rat. That's the first one. Second one, never bang or fuck with any of your boys' ex-girls. Now, I don't mean, hookups. I mean girls. So no ratting, no fucking with any ex-girls. Never steal from your friends. Never steal from your friends. I think that's it.
That's the 10 crack commandments he's singing right now, y'all.
That's it. I could swear there's one more.
Never get high in your supply. You got that one?
Yeah. Never rat on them. Never fuck with the girls. Never steal from them. And, be loyal. But that all kind of falls within loyalty. But, yeah. So, nah, I wouldn't rat. Never.
What am I on?
What up, Bam Bam?
Bam, what's up? I ain't the feds, man. I am not the feds.
He's the feds.
Pays the bills, baby.
Yo, Johnny be locking up mad people at Target.
Target.
Well, that's not a retail. I guess that is retail, isn't it, technically?
Of course it's retail. Yeah. Target.
Nah. Not as big as Target?
Nah, man.
That's too bad.
We're trying to get rid of that, though. We're trying to make this the full-time job. Make sure you subscribe, y'all. Subscribe, show a brother some love. I'm going to be in the gym. Did I tell you that? I think I did tell you that. Where's AB? Where's Attorney Bailey?
Say his name 2 more times. He'll pop up like
Beatles. He's been asking me all week, when you going to see Najee? When you going to see Najee? When you going to see Najee? Well, I'm going to see him on Monday night. I will be in the gym, Pro Box facility, watching these guys training, getting some footage. So I'll definitely have some footage on my channel. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Keep it. Yo, I got 50 people in X. Bullshit. MPO, what supermarket? Like one of the Key Foods or whatever? Because he's from Brooklyn. Any of the big ones or just some what supermarket you work for? Doing community service, cleaning dog shit all day. Worst job I had.
Worst job I had? That's easy. It's the first job I ever had.
What was that?
I was a messenger in Manhattan.
You were a bike messenger?
A bike messenger. I did it for maybe, I want to say 3 or 4 months.
I was gonna say you don't like
physical shitty pay. Well, remember I was.
Did you turn into an asshole? Were you one of those guys? Fucking
no. I did it because a couple of my friends, they were doing it. It was easy money. Like you literally didn't even have to interview for that job. You just went there with a bike, said, I want to do messenger work. The next day they told you to come. They gave you a route, and I was making peanuts, driving my bike through Manhattan. Delivering letters because I was just doing letters. To different companies in the city, and it was like this is not what I want to do.
Damn.
So I did it for like 3 months. So it's the worst job I ever had. But it also opened my eyes. Like, you know what? Maybe I need to like get my shit together and get a real damn job.
People who aren't from New York don't understand this. Bike messengers typically, this is why I'm so shocked you said that. They're usually white trash, or they're like the one, or they're fucking grimy dudes. They fight. I see them always fucking punch cars and like.
Well,
they're the kind of.
I grew up in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't consider myself trash or anything like that, but I was ghetto.
Okay,
I was ghetto
because you don't seem ghetto now.
No, I'm much older and mature, and I've been through a lot in my life. But when I was 16, 17 years old, I remember telling people when I was 18 years old, I would never leave the hood because it's all I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I was comfortable in the hood. That was me. But then when I got older and more mature, there's a much better life out there than just hood life. So I became a lot more driven but anyway, that's my story. But that's the worst job I ever had. And I'm glad because again, it changed my whole outlook on life early.
Yeah. What's up, Talib? Mine, I mean, I didn't have that many legal jobs up until maybe the worst. I don't know, man.
What up, Talib?
I don't know. I stocked shoes briefly at 9 West, which is a woman's shoe store. I did that. That was probably the most boring bullshit job I ever had.
Ah, you missed a good chat. A good comment here. Black Ray Donovan, Marco, and Johnny, great collab.
Oh, I clicked on that, but while you were talking, I was just clicking on them.
All right, yeah, I was talking. All right.
Australia, working for these assholes who treated people like shit. And it's like in Australia, working in the fields. Damn, at 15, Jesus. Janitor, you were not a janitor to strip clubs, CJ. You've got to be fucking joking.
Well, he said it was only for 2 weeks while he was doing his bachelor's. I agree. I mean, I believe him. I'm sorry, I believe him.
Damn. Ew. You know what kind of shit he was mopping up? This dude was mopping up all kinds of plasma and DNA.
The jizz.
Oh, he was mopping up clear jello. Gross.
The jizzy jizz.
Jisms.
The jisms.
Oh, jisms and labia juice. Oh. I was getting 8.5 when I was 15.
$8.50.
Damn.
Man, I don't remember, but I remember they gave me an envelope 1 week with my pay, and it might have been like $50, something like that. I was like, and back then, I was like, damn, $50. I go buy me a shirt and whatever it was, a pair of jeans to hang out on the weekend. But it was bullshit. It was a bullshit job, man.
Damn, Talib, your dad has a bookstore? That's old school. But I think bookstores are dead now, man, because of the internet and everything.
Do they still have what is that famous one?
Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, they got them. I don't think they're gonna last too much longer, but they still got some of them. Yeah. I moved from my hood. That was all I knew, but then I took a leap left and got out last year.
Absolutely, man.
Well, yeah, but like
Mikal knows, bro.
If you never got locked up, Mikal, you think you would have left the hood, or do you think getting locked up is what propelled you out?
Well, luckily, I never got locked up. I mean, I was around all that crap, and obviously I wasn't innocent, but whatever it was, I was lucky that I didn't. But yeah, and once I started to realize and I got older, there was a different life out there. There was so much out there that why can't I have some of that? Why can't I live differently? That changed my whole outlook.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Oh, 1988. Yeah, of course, back then. Why are you up in age? You're still saying gigs.
Gigs?
Barnes & Noble actually expanding?
Get out of here.
No, it's not.
Get out of here.
I'm 27. My first job was $7.25 at a local grocery store. Yeah, man. I mean, I always did the not so legal jobs because it was like less amount of work, paid more. Like, it's a no-brainer. Maybe more dangerous work, but way less amount and paid way more than getting the hourly, whatever, $5, $6, $7, $8, whatever it was at the time. Getting locked up is what made me go back. I was always trying to leave, but when you have to hit reset, you go back to what you know.
It's real.
Yeah, there's
It's
some
real.
dudes that like don't
It's
want to
real.
leave jail. Like then they leave, they almost break down because they wonder they'd rather go back because it's
Well,
easier.
because they become institutionalized,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But and you know, they may go in and then they come out, and you know, the world is moving at a different pace. It's a totally different world.
Clarissa got jokes. She's funny. Clarissa, does your husband think you're funny? Does he laugh or does he not appreciate your humor? Because sometimes, you know, when you're with somebody a long time, you don't even fucking hear what they're saying sometimes. I moved out of the hood. I miss the friends. Oh, the fiends. I mean,
Listen, man, the hood will always be in me, man. That's who I was when I was young. So I will never change where I grew up at because I learned a lot, man. You know, it was the school of hard knocks. I went to school and, you know, I learned at a young age how to get by in the streets, but I'll never go back, man.
So
never go back.
Yeah, fuck that. So unless I
Fuck
had to.
that.
So Danny, okay, so clearly I'm seeing what you're saying. They've grown, but what's Barnes and Noble's education? Why are you saying education? Is that the official name of the company? That's
Might be.
confusing me. Do they have some, or are you talking about something? Maybe they provide books to schools or something. That's what the revenue is. Because I'm talking about just like the stores.
Well, you got to understand too, Marco. There are a lot of traditional people, you know, that like that brick and mortar. You know, like feely, touchy. I'm one of those. Like, I'm not a reader anymore. When I was younger, I was. I prefer to read a book. Like, I can't read from an iPad or what do we call those? The readers that you buy, Kindles. I can't do it. It's easy. It's convenient. I get it. But if I'm going to read something, I have to flip the pages.
I had white friends whose parents had nice houses. I wanted to. Yo, you know what's funny? So did I. Even though I'm white, I was just like you. Like I tell people all the time, you grow up in Manhattan.
Absolutely.
You go to public school. I went to school with everybody from dudes from the projects to like Tommy Hilfiger's fucking son. Like, so I would, you know, but it's funny. I felt way more comfortable hanging out with kids who, you know, project and tenement kids who grew up the way I grew up. Because you feel kind of like you go to their place and they come to yours, and you're kids. You're like, you know, you are low key embarrassed. Like, Jesus.
So Talib brings up a good point because remember when I said West Hartford? I had family in West Hartford. They owned a home. I mean, they were well off. When we used to go there for the summer or parties and stuff like that, and we used to see how they lived, my cousins lived, as opposed to the way I grew up, I was like, damn, I want that when I get older. Like, I want a house. I want a backyard.
Were you project, tenement, normal building? How'd you grow up?
6 family apartment buildings in Brooklyn.
Tenement,
you know, like the brownstones. Yeah. Fire escapes in the back. Yep. That's how I grew up. Railroad apartments, 2-bedroom, but it was railroad.
That's me. Same shit.
Yeah. You know, we had bunk beds. Me and my brothers had bunk beds. You know, we'd have our own room.
Let me guess. Shit never got fixed, really, because the slumlord.
Shit never got fixed. There's plenty of times we didn't have hot water. We didn't have heat. My mother had to boil water for us to take a bath. I mean, I grew up that way.
Did you have crackheads breaking in? Because I get to.
No, luckily we never. That was going on in the neighborhood. It never happened to us.
Good for you.
You know, luckily, but shit like that was going on in my neighborhood. They were selling drugs in Troutman, which was 3 blocks away. So it was all around me, and it's all I knew.
Right. No, me too.
So, yeah.
Khalil, where did you've said this before, where did you move to? What piece of shit did you move to want to go back to Philly? Sorry, that's offensive, but seriously, where did you move? Like, where'd you go?
I didn't read a book since school, but that wasn't that long ago. You're 21.
I know. That was like 2 months ago.
It's not like me. I haven't read a book, man. This is going to sound crazy, but man, I haven't read a book in over 10 years.
I have probably only read front to back, right? Like How Girls Wipe, front to back. I've only read maybe five full books maybe between 5 and 10
in your life?
In my life.
No,
I'll do 10 tops front to back.
No, I've read more than that. There hadn't been hundreds, but I've probably read about 20, 25, 30 books.
Not me. But that's the one good thing about when internet got big. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I'm a pretty good speller now. But before the internet, I was a bad speller. But when we're forced now to be on our devices you just absorb all these words. And now I'm actually a speller because of it. But before that, because I didn't read much, I was a bad speller. Texas. Everyone does. Well, it depends what part. I'm sure there's shitbag parts of Texas, right? Pittsburgh. Oh, they have the. You ever hear a Pittsburgh accent, Johnny? It's as
not
weird.
worse. Well,
They
it's
have
not like
weird
a Boston
words.
accent.
Like they don't say you all. They say yins. Yins come down here. They have this weird. It's almost Southern, and they come
I've
up.
been around a lot of people from Pittsburgh, which is crazy because I lived in Pennsylvania for 7 years, but I lived 5 hours from Pittsburgh.
Fuck that. Yeah, one of my old employees used to work. Came from Pittsburgh. She fucking hated it. You graduated at 17, Mr. Smarty Pants. So did I. So
4 years ago, you read a book.
Never finished reading the Dr. Seuss.
Well, if those count, then I've read more books.
Well, Mikhail, of course, because
Wow.
you chose to spend your time wisely to better yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 500. Holy shit. I mean, what else is there to do, right? That's probably how he got so goddamn articulate. And maybe not.
He's sharp, man. He's sharp, bro.
He probably already was like that. I think, yeah, I don't think that's how. I'm guessing he always had that in him. That might have helped him fine tune it, but that's something you had. Cool Breeze, what up?
Cool Breeze.
I haven't read a book since 2006 before I dropped out of college. Fuck books now, and like you know me, I'm highlights. So you
know what? If I try to read a book, honestly, it will be to fall asleep. And I don't say that. I mean, my eyes will get tired. Like if I read a book 3 or 4 pages, my eyes already start getting tired, and I'll just fall asleep. Yeah, it would take me like a year to finish a regular book, whatever, 300, 400 pages, whatever it is. At that pace, 3 pages a night, and I fall asleep. Yeah, about a year.
Read what Clarissa said.
I am sure. I agree. I agree.
28 Laws of Power. Mikhail's a smart guy. Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Fred.
What up, Fred?
My man Fred from Strong Island. Soon to be Pennsylvania, though. You guys should take calls. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking them on my lives, man. I got to figure out what's the best way, though.
Do you use StreamYard?
I do StreamYard, but I'm looking at another software, man. A better one.
And StreamYard's easy. Just put the link in. Anybody can call. They can video or they can just call in audio. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but what about but I got a mixer. I want to go through my mixer.
Why?
I don't know, because I want it to be the traditional call. Maybe I don't want to put somebody on my screen.
You don't have to. You don't have to show them. I don't think.
Oh.
And they also.
I mean, no offense. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they also. Maybe you do have to show them in StreamYard. They can choose to turn the cameras off. Like the majority of my callers don't just. They just do
take
audio.
calls. I never watched any of yours where you take. One time, I think you had a couple people on the panel.
Yeah, I'll take at one point I was doing that, giving them 2-3 minutes to talk and then moving on. It all depends.
Yeah, I want to start taking calls, but I want to do it one by one.
I read The Wild Robot to my kid. Oh, okay.
I love to involve, like you, Marco. I like to involve the chat. I like to read the questions. When I have a guest, though, I like to take questions from the chat, but sometimes it gets lately. Well, not lately. It's gotten a lot, and I can't read through the questions, so it's better to super chat them.
Yeah,
I hate to sound like the TBV, but it's just better that way.
Yeah,
because you see those come up as obviously starred messages, and they're colored, or you could see those. But I like that.
Committed boxer while in school. Yeah. Why not?
So just so you know, my little cousin he was actually on the Boxing Voice today. Ness interviewed my little cousin today, who's 4-0 with 4 knockouts. His name is Peter Lattori. Make sure you follow him on IG. He is a top 100 welterweight prospect in the U.S. now, and he's going to school for 2 degrees. He was in the military. Great kid. Marco, I'd like to see if maybe you could get him here. Maybe you can interview him. Get some exposure, man. He's a great kid, man.
Sure.
So he was on the Boxing Voice, and that gave him some shine today. So that was pretty dope. I'm gonna have him on my channel as well on a Sunday evening, so everybody can tap in, man. He's a great, great young man. He works hard, and hopefully we'll see, man. We'll see if the future's bright for him, man.
Yeah. Also in the Hofstra veterans. Wait, what? Danny, why'd you say that? That's so, Danny, why'd you mention Hofstra? You know, me and Fred met at Hofstra. That's a weird thing to bring up. I'm very confused why Danny just brought that up.
Last name is Latorre, Latore. Peter Latore. He's on IG. He goes by his IG is Voodoo Latore.
They were getting messy with him? What's that mean?
Oh, so Cal Mempo, you were watching? When he started talking about you know, that he's married, and Ness was like, well, you know, how do you work that out? You know, marriage, job. He was like, well, you know, at one point we separated, but it was, you know, it wasn't anything crazy. But you know how that is in TBV when you start talking about that. Whoa, wait a second. Did you cheat on her? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I wasn't on the panel, but I text Ness. I'm like, dude, my cousin's not a dirtbag, dude. He's not a bad guy. It just, you know, stuff wasn't working out, but they figured it out, and now they're together, and they couldn't be any happier. But you know, Ness had to throw in some of that stuff. Shout out to Ness, though. It wasn't in a bad way, but I just found it funny.
Yeah.
No, I found it funny, but it was good. It was good. You know, I wanted to get on that platform. It's a good platform for him to get on. You know the deal, Marco.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to get that name out there, that notoriety.
He's a pro.
Yeah, 4-0, 4 knockouts. He just turned pro last year.
You said welter?
Welter, yeah. I'll send you the link to his IG. You can start following him and stuff.
How many amateur fights did he have?
Oh, he didn't have a lot because he was in the military. He started picking up boxing in the military.
How old is he?
It's a very unique. He's 27. It's a very unique story, and what he does in between, because he's got a lot of shit going on. He's after the military now. He's an instructor, I forgot the title of it, but he basically instructs people how to shoot guns. He's very much into that stuff.
Oh.
He's going to school. He's working. He has a wife. He finds time to train and fight. He's looking at probably fighting another 2 times in June and July. I'm gonna get him on my channel.
Does he live in Brooklyn?
He's from Long Island.
Strong Isle. Oh, that's why he said Hofstra veteran. That's what he's
probably. Yeah, I didn't.
So he probably went to Hofstra. Hofstra's in Long Island. Yeah, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, you know, he's a great kid, man. He's a great young man. You know, he's smart. He's intelligent. He's motivated. So, you know, I wanted to get him on that platform. But like I said, I've interviewed him in the past, but I want to get him on my channel, on my live, so that people can chime in and ask questions. So I'll let you guys know, probably like on a Sunday evening or something like that.
All right. Damn.
Yeah, for sure. I'll let the community know.
So right now it says I got 117 people. It says 35 YouTube, 83 X. Fucking cock tease. How often you guys exercise now? Me? That's what it is. Every day over here. I do 10 rounds every single day.
So what I try to do is after work, the day job, I do like this little workout with the wife. Then we take a walk, and then I'm right back in with my second job, in my night job.
What workout do you do?
She has an app where we do like calisthenics and stuff like that.
You do it together?
Yeah, we do it together. We just started doing it.
That's cute. So what you do, like what do you push-ups?
Half hour? No, like a half, whatever. You could be upper body, lower body. We kind of mix it up. And I take a walk. So around my community where I live at, if I walk around it, it's a mile. So I do 2 or 3 miles a day now.
Do you live in a house?
Yeah, I own my own house.
Do you have a heavy bag?
Yeah. I send you videos.
Oh, right. Right. I didn't know if that was taken. I didn't know where.
That's my garage.
How often you hit that?
I got to start hitting it more.
How often?
Maybe once in the last couple of weeks.
So
before that, once in the last 3 weeks. Like I haven't been consistent with it though.
¿Por qué?
Marco, it's a lot. I work during the morning, and then this is a lot.
Here's what I'm saying.
Like right now, this is just extra, right?
Because here's what I'm saying.
My show, preparing shorts, throwing shit out on YouTube.
Here's what I'm saying.
This is a lot.
You're already allocating time to exercise with wifey. Why don't you incorporate boxing as part of that every time?
Because I'm trying to do something with her.
She can't box too?
No, she doesn't want to. She doesn't like that. She likes to do that stuff. So I'm trying to kind of, I'll do your stuff.
Okay.
But I need to start branching out a little bit into the more boxing stuff because ain't nothing like I work out.
Bob got jokes.
Jersey Bob, tell him, bro. Like, why he's all up in my business, though?
No, you see what he said, right?
I know.
That was. I was like,
That was
oh.
good. That was good.
Nah, because I feel like, you know, you're a boxing content creator. You love boxing, and you said yourself you want to like lose weight and shit. I think that is the best exercise to do, and for your mind, your body, and your mind.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. The thing about it is I'm trying to find that, you know, again, I put a lot of time and effort into this. So, you know, I want to give my wife some time too. Well, I think last weekend I was like, you know what? I'm taking my wife out. I took an extra day on Monday. Like, I'm not doing a show or anything on Monday. Like, we're just going to do us.
Yeah, Mamoon.
It was great.
Tia blasts that back. Now, she doesn't do it much. And I got to like coax her.
Does she like boxing?
She loves boxing.
Like, will she sit down and watch a pay-per-view with you? Will she sit down? No?
She's watched. She'll do it if there's nothing way more interesting for her to do. But she doesn't live.
So she doesn't really like it.
I wish she was up here. I could ask her. She would say yes, she likes it, but she doesn't love it. I think that's what would be her answer.
So she's a casual, that, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
My wife didn't even like boxing at all until I started doing this. Like when I did boxing before this, and I used to go watch boxing with friends. Now that I'm doing this, she's slightly getting a little bit more into it. Like she'll watch a little bit of a main event here and there with me. So I'm working on it. But she never liked boxing like that.
Mamoon, no, I don't think lifting weights, heavy weights specifically, is good for boxing.
So I used to lift weights too. I was heavy into weightlifting, but I can't do that anymore.
Were you like swole?
Yeah, I can show you pictures.
Let's see. Let's see a jacked Johnny. Johnny jacked.
I want to.
Oh, that just sounded super tooty. Johnny jacked. What's your go-to routine for boxing? Me, mine's the same. In a gym, it's different. In a gym, I like utilizing 3 or 4 different bags. But at home, I just do the Cobra Reflex. I do 3 rounds in the Cobra Reflex, which is, you know, basically like a double end bag, and then I do the other 7 on the heavy. But with me,
the shit you put on the door.
No.
Where?
No. Not that. No, this thing right there, Cobra Reflex.
You know, that okay. But you know what I'm talking about. Right? You did that too.
That's a quiet punch. Yeah, that I only did because I was living in Brooklyn and I didn't have space like I do now to put up real shit. That I mean, trust me, that's fun, but it's not a real workout. I mean, I would hit it hard, but I would always break them. I'd go through them like crazy. But with me, the key with my workouts is I will go hard. I've always told you guys this. I don't do that pit pat, hard shot, pit pat, like that shit that Floyd made popular. But he only did that for the cameras. I go hard. Every fucking punch is as hard or as fast as I could throw it, even when I'm exhausted. So that's how you, because anybody could not get shit out of boxing if you could do 10 rounds just. That's not going to do shit. You gotta exert yourself, build your endurance, push yourself, just like in life. Gold member, what up? My wife is a casual, only watch Shakur when she's having trouble sleeping. It's like melatonin. Oh, that's funny. Why you got a picture of Beetlejuice in your fucking profile? What does the little tiny bag do? The Cobra Reflex? You ever see the one that Ryan hits? That's what that is. It's basically a double end bag that's on a stand.
Ryan's shit is incredible though.
But that's what it is. It gives you all the benefits a double end bag gives you. It's literally almost identical. I like a double end better, an actual double end, but that's very close. Marco, you usually say cocked diesel. Cocked diesel. Not cocked back, like, ugh. 7 rounds skipping gets you right. Fuck out of here. Skipping rope, you should only do for a couple rounds as a warm-up. That doesn't do shit but warm you up. Useless by itself. You know, it gets you a little bit into having rhythm and getting more agile, but nah. I stopped jumping rope a long time ago. I'll do it right now. I'll fuck it. I haven't done it in probably 10 years. I'll fuck it up right now. Like, I never forget.
Unless you do the fucking jump rope that Tio does. You ever seen Tio jumping rope? It's incredible.
No, but I've seen some other dudes go crazy with it.
Brian Norman Jr. is also a whiz at that, man. They do some crazy shit.
Yeah, Eon. Yayan, just send the video right now. Unless this is some weird like dick joke, like, oh, Cobra, he's nuts.
Whoa.
If you're serious, send it. What's good? See Jizzles. Marco, were you getting any daytime business at your comedy clubs, or were you making? No daytime. No, it's a nighttime kind of spot. Another accuser just came out for Sharp. Are you serious? Oh boy. Unless this is a joke too. CJ might be setting us up for a joke. Damn. What are they saying? I don't get it. They're saying that he did what exactly? Banging young girls, or was he hurting them? Well, what are they saying he's doing? Maybe build a boxing gym for the day. No, I appreciate it, but I don't really want to talk about that. But thanks anyway for the information, for the suggestion. Nah, the one that hangs like a tonsil. That's a speed bag. What's Johnny got here? That looks like recent. What you mean?
That was in Pennsylvania. So that was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, you don't look.
About 6 years ago. 5-6 years ago.
You look almost the same age.
That was around COVID, right before COVID.
I do 2 rounds of jumping rope. That's a great way to warm up. One round of heavy bag.
Rope.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
They want to see it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me read this. 1 round of heavy bag, and then do 1 round of squats and push-ups, then go back to heavy bag. I mean, I would just stick to the heavy bag personally, but that sounds good though, what you're doing. Now that's real R-word accusations. Word that he's R-ing them? Oh. You guys think he did it?
What's going on, man, with this Shannon Sharp thing? Is there
nobody, Clarissa?
Smoke that's fire or what?
Sorry, 1 second. I need 50. It's all good. 15 more entries for us to even do it. So, he's a guest. People are alleging that he was giving out grapes. He graped and assaulted, and she wants $50 million.
Wow.
Yayan, you gotta say allegedly. Word up. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I feel super tutti fruity showing this right now, but fuck it.
Why? I'm not naked.
Yeah, but I'm like, look at what I got here. Wait.
Showing it to the group.
Hold on. I don't want to show that. It's showing my whole fucking. Wait, let me do it this way. Open with preview. There we go.
Just put it on a PowerPoint.
I got it. Super sexy. Super duper sexy. I love it. I'm sorry.
No.
I apologize.
Kind of fruity, Marco. Somebody said kind of fruity, Marco.
That's what I'm saying. He made me do it.
What the hell? You guys wanted to see. I told you I used to lift weights. I was literally like right before COVID, I would say 2 years, about 1.5 years before COVID, man. I was going to the gym 3-4 times a week, just powerlifting, man. It was just something I always wanted to do. And then once COVID hit, all that shit went out the window. Never went back after that.
This is not Eon, excuse me, Mikhail. This is Mikhail.
Wait, but fresh out the box. It's out of prison. My man with the video.
Is that Mikhail? It is, right?
Yeah, that's Mikhail. Gotta be. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Who sent it to you?
He did.
Yeah, that's Mikhail. For sure.
I like it, Mikhail. I want to see you do the like fucking go crazy with it. But that's good. That's good. Johnny got them penitentiary pecs.
The comments are crazy. Comment was fresh out the box.
You got an awful lot of sound bites involving gay stuff. I know, man. I know.
Bruh.
Now powerlifting is getting up off the couch, Johnny.
I loved it. I actually loved it.
In a pen.
In the pen.
Johnny's in the pen.
That was not how I looked coming out of jail, man. But man, once COVID hit, I just stopped and that was it, man. I started gaining weight and you know the deal. Then I moved to Florida. And when you move to Florida, it's just, you know, you can just do shit year round here, man. It's not like in the winter living in the Northeast where you can hibernate. You know what? I'm gonna hibernate. I'm gonna work out. Here, it's like every weekend you're out doing something, you know, barbecues, festivals, restaurants. It's just you know, you got to be very, very disciplined.
Word. Yeah. You know, I stopped using the speed bag, Mikhail, probably once I turned pro. I found it useless for me at that point. I think it's a great tool. And I'm not criticizing you for using it because anybody, it won't hurt. It'll always help. But the speed bag is really only is useful, is essential for developing two things. First thing is getting the muscles in your shoulders and your arms and keeping you in the habit of keeping your hands up. Getting that. That's one thing it does, to get you in the habit of keeping your hands up, and it develops those muscles and against fatigue of dropping your hands. And then the second thing it does is obviously rhythm. Those are the two things it does. But for me, I never used it once I turned pro because it was kind of like that and jumping rope. Same thing. They were kind of useless for me at that point. And I know a lot of guys who like, because speed bag is super fun when you first learn how to do it. It's impressive, you know, but I stopped doing it a while ago. But Mikhail looked like MS-13 member. Aren't those El Salvadorian gangs? Boxing, Riz. What the fuck is this shitty on? Yo-yo. Oh, Tio. Yeah, it's Tio's thing. I mean, we could play it, I guess, but it doesn't really impress me.
What is it? Oh, the jump rope?
Yeah.
I think that shit is crazy. Check out Brian Norman's. Does anybody have a video of Brian Norman doing his?
I'm gonna turn
Brian Norman Jr. It's impressive. See if I can find that.
I've seen better. It's good though.
That's crazy.
Tyson used to be Mike Tyson. Some of his old ones were good. I don't really use it training. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's fun, but yeah, it's not really useful for training once you get to a certain point. How does one learn this? Why the fuck you speaking like a British college professor? How does one learn this? Tell ye. Learn what? Jump rope or speed bag?
I think he says, I want to say he was talking about speed bag.
Ah, that's right, Fred. I don't think it's really important either.
What? What's not important?
The speed bag. Customato said he didn't think it was. I agree. I don't think it's
really
important at all. But
not for hand-eye coordination. Nothing.
No. Like I said, it's good for keeping your hands up, developing all the muscles to keep your hands up, and it's good for rhythm. But it's absolutely not essential, is what we're saying. And I would rather spend 2 or 3 rounds doing something else. Like, I would rather spend 2 or 3 rounds hitting the wall bag as hard as I can to build endurance than. If you ever see those white guys who do the videos and they're fucking silly with it, they're all fat and like they're not even boxers. It's just they're putting it like they're not even trying, hitting their elbows with it, their fucking foreheads jumping up like their nutsacks hitting it, like they're doing all these tricks. It's like whatever.
I love the way Brian Norman Jr. jumps rope though.
The jump rope. Jump rope is useful, especially when you like. For me, the most strenuous thing of jumping rope was when I would jump super high and go. So like, you know, normally it's like one jump and the rope rotates once around. When you jump up and rotate it 3 or 4 times within one jump, that is draining, especially if you're doing it at the end of a long workout. So the jump rope can be a little more effective, I think, with endurance.
I do be glazing Brian Norman Jr., man. That's my guy, man. They show me love, man. I don't consider it glazing, man. I'm just loyal, man. You know, they're good people. This is the loyalty-driven business, man. You got to show love when they show love. You know what I mean?
Word life. What glove do you use on the bag? I use Everlast Pro Elite training gloves, hook and loop. Anything. I would suggest a 14-ounce glove. I would suggest Velcro because, gloves that are tied up are annoying. If they get undone, then you got to stop. It's hard to tie them. Anything. And I don't suggest using gel. I don't like gel gloves. They absorb too much impact. You want to feel the shit land a little bit. My opinion. Speed bag helps with timing. Yeah, well, rhythm and timing, kind of the same shit. Yeah, it does. Yes, it's important for beginners. Agreed. I only Joe Pro. Yep, as a warm. There you go. So you're doing the right thing, Mikhail. Boots beat Norman. Sorry, Johnny. Agreed.
We'll see. We will see.
You think Norman could beat Boots?
Yes.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Do you really? Okay.
Yes.
Who could beat Norman, in your opinion?
Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm rooting for Norman, right? It's going to be a good fight. I just don't think that people are thinking that he will walk through Brian Norman Jr. Remember, there's familiarity there. They've sparred together, and we all know how that looks, right? Ryan Devin, all that stuff, Lamont and Tank. Norman can punch. He's young. He's only 24.
Yeah, he can punch. Well, Boots is 20. What's Boots? 26? 27?
Boots, yeah, and Boots is. And let me tell you something. I give Boots a ton of credit for his last performance, man. That was his best performance. But before that, against Karen, those two fights, I wasn't overly impressed, man. I needed to see this Boots performance. So I like Boots. I'm not a Boots hater, but I don't think that he walks through Brian Norman Jr. like most people think he does. No way. Absolutely.
Norman holds a wow. I have 108 watching me on X, so to speak, and only 31 here. So pathetic. Norman has a belt now, right?
Of course, he's a WBO champion. Just made his first defense.
The fight should happen.
Well, I think he's going to fight. Well, I had Senior on. They're looking at possibly going to Japan to defend against Jim Sasaki, who's I think he's the number one contender, or if not number two, one of them, one or two. Get that bag, get that exposure overseas, and then hopefully a fight in September or in the fall against Boots. That's what they're looking at. Boots' team don't want to fight right now.
Right.
They want to take some time off, and they want to look at possibly the end of the summer, early fall. So that fight's going to happen.
I hope
it's just
so.
not going to happen next.
I hope so. Hope so. He's going to. Well, we'll see what happens. I think Boots is the best 47-pounder and maybe the best 54-pounder. Maybe.
He's arguably the best 47 on paper. Absolutely. I don't think that's deniable, right? He's a unified champion, right? He's a lineal champion, but Boots' best opponent, just like Brian Norman's best opponent, they'll be each other.
Mm-hmm.
They will be each other.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could have.
They will be each other, and it's going to be a good fight.
Well, you could argue Stanionis before his loss would had a better resume than Norman. No.
Before his loss,
yeah, like just
a resume.
Yeah, didn't he have better, or maybe not? I don't fucking maybe.
I mean, maybe, but just stylistically, they're two different fighters, man. I mean, Norman would have beat Stanionis too, in my opinion. I think Norman beats Barrios.
Yeah.
So I think those are the two best welterweights, man. But listen, on paper, I got no problem with Boots being the favorite. I think he's earned that right, and he's a gifted fighter. But people are talking about he'll walk over Norman. That's not happening, man. That is not happening.
Bulgarian and a Puerto Rican walk into a bar.
I don't know. We need to make that happen.
We knock everybody out and we bang all the bitches in the bar.
Say word.
I got Barrios beating Norman.
Yeah.
Shucky ducky.
Oh no, that won't happen. That will not happen. Barrios still got business with Ramos, man. He barely got by that one, man.
Damn. Barrios just fought Maidana, little brother.
Mm-hmm. Tough fight.
Smoking. Eon, at least he hasn't mentioned you know who today.
Well, don't even say it.
He did it earlier this morning. He didn't do it tonight. Thank God.
No, don't even say it. No, listen, I like Barrios too, but nah. Barrios doesn't, in my opinion, Barrios doesn't beat Norman or Boots, obviously.
I think Barrios currently has the best win at 147 with Ugas. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
There's an argument there. It's an argument that can be made.
Yeah, you said it. You had to say the name. Sup at Ryan, Teofimo, Haney, Ramirez all fighting at 47. That's a great fucking question. I think
it's Teofimo and
well,
is that at 147?
Anything over 140 and under 147 is at 47.
Catch weights. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, but it's within the weight. People say catch weight, but it's within that weight class.
So hold on a second. So Teofimo and Barboza are not fighting at 140? I thought they were fighting at 140. I thought the only catch weight was Ryan, Rowley, and actually Ryan and Rowley is at welterweight. And I think
I'm pretty sure
it's Ramirez is at a catch weight.
I'm pretty sure they're all fighting they're all fighting in the welterweight division. Remember, anything over
check that, Marco. I think they all are except Teo and Barboza. That's
looking right now. Let's see. Bout. I'm on box.
That's at 140. Mikhail, yeah, I agree. That's at 140.
Let's see. Let's see if it says super lightweight 12 rounds. So that is 140. Super light. Yep.
Now Devin and Ramirez are at a catch. I believe that's 144, 145, if I'm not mistaken. And then Ryan and Rowley may be at welterweight.
Devin Ramirez welter. Yep. Devin Ramirez is welter. Ryan and
that's
Rowley.
A 147 limit?
Yes.
Okay.
Ryan and Rowley is also officially listed at welter. Yep. So you're right.
So 2 out of the 3. Yep. Yeah. No, Teo and
who the fuck is Lavelle Whittington is on this card fighting Rito Tasumi, who's making his pro debut.
They must have just added that as a prelim.
But why those? So it's just 4 fights?
Which is good. We were thinking it was just going to be 3. Add another one. Do 5 fights.
Oh, shit. Kevin Rooney's the matchmaker? I should hit him up. I didn't know he's a matchmaker.
It's not that Kevin Rooney.
His son. Yeah, it's his son.
It's his son, right?
Yeah. I know. I knew his son since, when I was living here.
I actually just spoke to him on Friday, too. He was at Caribbean.
Next time you see him, tell him you know me.
Yeah, he's very, very young, thin, nice guy.
He's not that young. Well, I guess for you and me, he's probably around. Probably around
mid-30s?
No, I think he's around 40 now.
Yeah, he looks good for his age then. But yeah, cool dude. I shook his hand. We talked for just a little bit. He knows Cornflake. Cornflake was there, so I was hanging out with Cornflake. And then they started talking. Cornflake introduced me to him, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, Kevin. I knew him when I was living at Kevin Rooney's house training. His son was probably around 6 or 7, maybe a little older.
He was there with the Cuban heavyweight that was fighting on Friday, the Pero brothers, Lenier Pero.
Pero.
Yeah, he was with him. Cool guy.
Let's see. Oh yeah, he's 40. Anyway. All right, man. Let's wrap it up. It is almost midnight, and this white boy's tired.
Dope show, y'all. Dope show, man. Thanks for showing us love. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Hangout Spot.
Definitely do that.
I'm going live tomorrow at 9 o'clock, Marco.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
I don't know
if this guy's coming on. If this guy doesn't come on or whatever, I'll text you.
Yeah, let me know. I usually, kids go to sleep around that time, so sometimes it's hard, but I'll see what I could do.
No, that's fine. Yeah, if you can't, whatever. But make sure that you guys, man, check me out at 9, and then we could just all jump over together to Marco after that. So make sure y'all check me out 9 o'clock. Subscribe, man.
Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you, brother. All right, peace.
All right.